Hey guys, this is Mauisnake, and today for the major edition of my player analysis series, I'm going to be covering NITR0, voted by you guys. Again, if you guys want to vote on who I'm actually going to be covering, I've been running polls for the last couple days, and basically after all the matches are finished, I just select a few players I think did very well, and let you guys decide which of them had the most impact, or that you guys want to see me review the most. So today, NITR0 was selected with a 1.69 rating in his match against Renegades. He also was plus 15 in the kill death department and had a whopping 120 ADR, easily the highest of everyone in this match. His teammates, most of them actually didn't do all that well, with Twist being the only other player that had really above average impact in the ratings department at 27 and 20 kill death and 91 ADR for him. But yeah, NITR0 was actually the only person with a positive first kill differential on the team, and that's pretty surprising given that they actually won the match. Usually the team with the higher first kill differential is also going to be the team that wins the game, but as we saw, that was actually not the case for this match. So we're going to be jumping into it here, and we're going to be going over NITR0's POV. I'm going to be shifting it just a little bit here and there for certain rounds, but for the most part, it is going to be focusing on NITR0. So pistol round, they ran a pretty nice setup towards long A that we're going to be seeing. And this involved several of the teammates, Zeus and Elige. What Zeus is actually doing is he's baiting for Elige and NITR0 here. As we can see, Elige is tucked in this cubby. Zeus is going to be the first one to get contact here. He's just going to be shooting, making his presence known, and he's going to fall off so that the T's run right into NITR0 and Elige. He surprisingly took out Elige rather easily, but NITR0 was able to get a really nice 2K that brought them into this round. However, that's going to be the main action for NITR0 in this round, as he then enters out the door, and with only 7 health, he had a pretty tough time getting that bomb site, and Renegades were able to take it down. So, for the second round, he's actually going to be buying a scout, and he doesn't actually get the first kill of the round, but effectively does. You'll see what I mean rather shortly, or if you remember what happened, then you're not going to be too surprised here, but I found this pretty interesting. So, he oddly doesn't hit the shot there, but notice he's playing with the smoke towards this position on the map, towards the water area. The smoke, from the CT perspective, gives you kind of a one-way. It's not perfect, but it gives you a lot of vision that the T's don't have. So he actually tags Nifty here, and JKS actually gets the first kill of the round here, and you'll see how that happens. So he's just spamming the door here, and just going to go for some more spam, and Nifty actually just jumps right into the shot. And that basically is how NITR0 gets the entry into this round. Kind of funny stuff, actually. And now they're at a 5v4 advantage, and Renegades are going to just group up, give up their attempts at the A bomb site, and they're going to just head over to B. So we're going to still home in on NITR0 here, just watch his POV. He's just going to be watching pretty standard angle here from the APC, but as the smokes and nades fly over at B, he knows to rotate. So choosing his spot, he was going to throw a flash out immediately, and he actually does decide to do that. This flashes all but one of the T's, and he hits a really nice shot on JKS there as well after the peek. But yeah, that flash was disorienting enough that his teammates were able to capitalize on it, it didn't actually flash the player at square at this position, but flashed all the players towards plat. And in doing so, these players was able to catch one, just kind of crouched in the middle of nowhere, and then his players were able to move up towards that plat position. So a really good flash, and would be definitely credited with a flash assist or two there. So he's going to be throwing that same smoke again. Seems to be a hallmark of how he plays the A bomb site with Zeus. So Zeus is actually going to get the first contact here. Kind of juggles his nades a little bit. Kind of gets a little oddly aggressive here, but finds a couple kills. And then it's going to be up to NITR0. NITR0 actually rotated all the way around to help out. And he's just going to be cleaning up the rest of these eco frags over here. Nothing too crazy, really. That was a nade towards NAF, and Yeah, finds the last kill. Didn't actually show it at the top right. I don't know why these demos lately have not been showing the last kills of a lot of rounds. But, yeah, that's going to be it. This round actually is going to be just some eco frags towards the B bomb site. Nitro doesn't actually see anything in that round, so we're going to just skip that. And on to the gun round against them. So I want to show you guys what that smoke did, that Nitro threw right here. It's a really pretty nice lineup that allows Liquid to accomplish quite a bit. It allows them to get a lot of map control that they otherwise wouldn't be able to. It does take away a smoke from Nitro himself, but looks like him and Zeus are comfortable enough to play this area without it. So a nice team boost there. Zeus and Nitro are going to just boost over the smoke. Get a nice angle on any Ts. This angle actually doesn't provide any kind of vision, but the first one did. Unless it's just spectator glitch and maybe they weren't able to see through it. Spectators can see through the smokes a little differently than the actual players, so maybe that's why they decided to not stick with that there. He's going to view his Bayo lore. Very good knife for cobblestone. It actually gives you plus 50 dexterity for this map. But other than that, Nitro's just going to be playing again a really standard setup. Twist and Zeus are going to be playing towards the slope position, and Nitro throws a nice flash to help out. With this molly, he is given the freedom now to help peek down towards the slope position, but as it is fading, he moves back to his position by APC. Nice little, just kind of information play that is a little, I'd say unorthodox, not something a lot of people would think of, but he does spot the shoulder of Jakez just rather briefly, and now is able to take the duel with him from a very advantageous angle. So, does get flashed by that. Pretty good flash, as just kind of hidden by the trees, but yep, him and Zeus are responsible now for a 4v2. Gets the first kill on Nap here, and makes this retake look kind of doable if you were to spam Ustillo. Really close to getting that, and now instead of really going for this, they aren't really able to find any picks. Nitro has the bright idea to actually go for exit kills, and this is kind of just an interesting spot to be going for exits from. Usually it's a little too forward, you kind of hold back, usually wait for them to run to you, but he kind of goes for a flank here, which almost gets two, and he's unable to find the kill on Ustillo, but that kill on Nifty is actually pretty important, as it takes another gun out of the Renegade's hands, and he really almost should have got that kill as well, but yeah, Renegade's not able to save a lot of rifles there, whereas Liquid are actually able to buy into this round. So, I don't know if you guys know this or watch enough Liquid games to have seen this, but Nitro's actually the secondary opper for Liquid. In the past 3 months, he has more op kills than Zeus, Elige, and Twist combined. He has about 88, and the other players on the team, I think Twist might have the third most, and I think he has around 30, Elige has like 8, Zeus has 2, I think, and admittedly, Zeus wasn't playing with them that much in the last 3 months, but yeah, Nitro is definitely the secondary on the team, and he's pretty much the only hybrid, I'd say, for them. And Nitro is going to be playing the position looking down danger. This is an angle Fallen likes to take as well, pretty often when he plays the A-bomb site, as it allows you to take one pretty quick shot and fall off, and he hits the nice headshot through the wall there. And Nitro's just kind of on one for this game, for sure. He's hitting a lot of really nice shots here, and he's going to be just playing a little more passively. Notice how he's set up with Zeus. Zeus is going to be watching if anyone peeks from long, but they're soon to switch positions here, as Nitro is now responsible for this angle. And Zeus is kind of watching the slope. This is kind of this became a slightly more awkward setup with Zeus in this angle, but as if someone were to walk up the slope position right now, they would actually catch out Nitro if they decided to walk the whole way. Zeus is occasionally looking over here, but he's kind of divided between these angles as well. Even though he should just realize that he's responsible for the slope, this is kind of a mistake, I'd say, with Zeus is just what he's looking at. He probably should just be focused on the slope here, but regardless, Renegades don't actually go to their position, and now Nitro is going to watch the cross. Just a really standard off spot. It's a really good flick there, and actually gets the leg on Nifty, and with both of them Both the Renegades player on 28 HP combined. Not too hard for them to close this one out. And good Molotov usage there as well. We're going to see how that actually makes NAF move. And another good flash from Nitro as well. Should have shown that too, but I wanted to show you guys how the molly affected him too. But yeah, rather good utility usage from Nitro there. And that's actually something that he's just been pretty good at. A lot of players, it seems like when they are IGLs, they tend to use nades pretty well because they're watching a lot of demos of other teams and seeing the nade usage for them. And once they kind of step out of that role, as Nitro has been doing for this tournament, Zeus is actually picking up the IGL mantle. They just carry a few of the tricks that they learned in their demo grind with them. So keeps the op from the previous round, and he's just going to be playing the connector position. This round, actually, they do go B as well. But we're just going to look at the positioning for Nitro before I skip the rest of this one. Nitro's not going to see anything on this round also, so there isn't much to talk about. Or, oh, no, he does get caught. He does get caught. It's the next round where I don't think he sees anything. I'm sorry. But yeah, he kind of finds himself in a bad position. So we're going to see like the route that he takes on this one. This round, they actually really pinch him out. And as he starts to run away, throws a molly towards heaven, but Azur's able to jump through it and gets kind of caught in a pretty bad position there. He doesn't have many positions to fall back to, and he is kind of responsible for the window himself, and after he hits that shot, he really needs to decide quickly where he wants to go. If he were able to get his molly out a little earlier, that might not have gone so badly for him, but as we saw, the little delay he had in going through his grenades and pulling it out, throwing it there, did actually cost him his life, as he was under just so much pressure there. One player from slope kind of just doing little just up and down strafe. This is kind of one of the most annoying things a player can do on AIM USP. And the ramps, I'm not sure if you guys play AIM maps very often, but yeah, just kind of a circle peeking on a slope is just a really powerful play to make on any kind of slope, and it did disturb Nitro enough so he couldn't find the shots on any of the players. Okay. So another gun round is going to come out finally for Renegades. And just going to see Nitro's movements again in the default here. The T's actually smoke off this position, and it looked like Nitro was kind of toying with the idea of potentially going in front of it. They decide otherwise, and he's just gonna have a nade out if he hears anything. But really good entries from NAF are basically gonna win this round already. So not too much to see here regarding the rest of this round. He is going to watch the cross yet again, but he gets smoked out, and he just gets headshotted by Azur, and they're going to take the bomb site rather easily at that point. So, Liquid are going to get reset. I think this shows a pretty interesting pistol stack. They all begin to walk at the rock position, so they aren't going to be giving away their just numbers to the T's as they approach, but Nitro is going to be posting up on this angle. I want to just show you guys the whole Liquid setup here. They all are close on the sidewalk position. JDM is going to be taking the first contact at the platform. Twist is kind of floating in between the positions here, and Elige is also kind of floating as well. He has an angle towards the plat from here, and this is just kind of a four-man crossfire between two positions. They aren't going to be able to close this one out, but they are able to deal a lot of damage here. So Nitro knows how important it is for him to watch the E-box position, and once the nades are coming out, they're all just going to start moving over and hearing so many players towards the plat area, and yeah, just able to play off of each other really well. Nitro was able to find one and a dink, and it does good damage, but it doesn't actually succeed in taking the round for them, as they do lose it. So 5-4. Nitro is going to pick up the op once again, and this kind of just seems to be the most practiced or comfortable gun setup for him and Zeus towards A. It does relieve some of the fragging, or kind of the lack thereof of fragging from Zeus. And trying to play around that one way, NITR0 gets caught by Nifty, who's a little too smart for them there, as he's able to find the kill there. I guess they were not able to retrieve that op, as Zeus had to play with the CZ in this round, and NITR0's going to be on full utility, just going to throw his typical smoke towards door, and then just kind of play a floater position. A lot of pro teams in this tournament, notice, are very willing to kind of, if the other team just lost a round at one bomb site, they're very willing to just kind of go stack the other in the next round or make a play towards it, as they do here. So NITR0 gonna miss a few taps on Naf's head, but yeah, just gonna rotate over and is gonna throw nade that actually wasn't gonna connect onto Naf, but just gonna be just playing an A rotator kind of position and moving forward to help his team out. So gonna skip this timeout. And so NITR0 actually gives his M4 away in this round and is going to be doing a slightly more aggressive setup here with Zeus. So him and Zeus are going to be playing close towards long together. Their money isn't all too great. I'm surprised that he didn't opt for the FAMAS instead of the MP9, but I guess he prefers it for this spot here. And yeah, he's just going to play pretty close up. Gets a nice little team flash from Zeus. And as they start to hear these nades, they're going to decide to peek out together. And NITR0 does a pretty good job here with just an MP9. He's not able to find the kill on Nifty. And we're going to shift our perspective to Nifty for the rest of this round, because this is when he wins a rather spectacular clutch. And I want to show you guys it and go through his decisions here. So he gets one pick towards long. He would know at this point that Liquid know that he's long, and he's kind of playing with timing here. He's not going to just commit to B right away, and by kind of delaying here, it's not really making Liquid shift in their positionings. They're just kind of staying rather static here, but he's not going to go out too fast and nor too slow. Just kind of giving himself a lot of time here, and Naf's going to get caught off guard from Twist. Nifty's able to find the trade, and he's just going to book it towards this A site, and catches a Liege there with just really good game sense, knowing how the CTs are going to rotate. He's just going to post up on that position for just a little bit to find the kill. Now he's just going to hold this APC position, which is just going to be kind of what he expects. He's just playing a guessing game right now as to where JDM is going to walk out of. But knowing that it's JDM, you can kind of hope that he's not going to be coming from the slope or doing a big flank from long. Although those are possible plays, it's rather unlikely given that JDM is the opper for the team, and yeah, Nifty's just going to have some pretty nice positioning there to win that fight against JDM. So notice how Nifty, though, didn't actually even really worry about the slow position or long all the way behind him. He kind of like takes a glance over there occasionally, but he's not really committing to any fight over there. He knows that it's extremely likely for JDM to be probably posted up on B plat late into the round, and or just kind of around statue. These are kind of the typical positions for an opper to be late in the round, and it's just unlikely for an op to go all the way around, because these can be some awkward fights as they come up through those angles there. So back to NITR0. We're gonna follow this smoke again and just show you guys where it lands here, and just how much control this actually gives his teammates. So with that, Liege is actually able to move rather forward on it, and NITR0's just going to play his game towards A now. So we're just going to be jump spotting door. Pretty dangerous game to play against an opper like Nifty, who might just take a peek through the door and get supplemented by a rifle player also with him, but he's going to stop doing that now, and he's going to play one of his favorite positions to kind of default from, which is the APC. And with this much information from Zeus that nothing's really come through water, NITR0 is going to turn his attention towards long even more, and now he's kind of able to play off of Zeus a little more. They're playing close enough together that if anything does happen towards long, they can both kind of pinch that angle. So Zeus probably gave the signal that they're just coming up towards slope, and now NITR0 is going to hold himself back up into the site with JDM, and pretty good flash to get NITR0 there, but he's actually going to just get caught there. JDM playing on the site. I don't think the Renegades players really expected him to be there, and he's able to catch NAF off guard, and surprisingly not able to get... Oh, okay, he does get an AK, but... Yeah, just kind of a setup that when NITR0 moves to the backside position, Renegades just had no idea that JDM was there. JDM did throw that flash in addition, which did catch NAF off guard, but all in all, just going to add to that surprise of JDM with just a P250 there and a flashbang. So, just going to keep moving together, playing off of each other a little bit. More kind of a bait play for JDM, but it does work out and will help them win the round there. And so NITR0 is going to be on an MP9. He should know that the economy of Renegades is pretty bad. And is just going to move towards B. This is just something, again, to go back on that point I made earlier. A lot of teams in this tournament, when they just won a round at one bomb site, they frequently have been gambling towards the other. So NITR0 is just going to give up his position at A to help with just trying to stop Renegades at B. There is some noise. It looks like Zeus is encountering a little bit of aggression, so he's going to kind of check this area out, but not really the best angle to usually play with an MP9 towards here. Just going to be jiggling the long position. Zeus is going to be playing up close, so he doesn't have to worry about it too much, and that flash allows Zeus to actually peek down into the water area, but at this point they have quite a bit of information that there's not much going on towards A. Definitely could be someone towards long, though, but Zeus actually walks right past JKS, who turns around and gets him. Twist had a really good round in connector on this round, and now NITR0 knows that JKS was in this area. He's just going to be willing to hunt him. The round is pretty much done at this point, and there's enough economy on the Liquid players to be dropping himself and Zeus if they're to get caught out. So he was just going for a fast flank and trying to get that gun out of his hands. So final round of the half here, and they're all able to get up on rifles. So NITR0 is going to be playing an angle he hasn't actually gone to yet, so this should be catching Renegades players off guard. He tries to throw a nade there. Azur's going to get caught off by this new angle, and then I'm going to be switching it actually to JDM here, as he's going to see most of the action later in this round, as Renegades kind of decide to fall off of this position. So it's going to take a while for them to get to him, but we're going to show you how just kind of JDM's movements here on the plat position. Just kind of unsure if anyone got into that corner. So JDM, as the smoke's fading, is going to molly the left side. And this actually really helped him out by chance. Renegades still commit to this plat hit, even with that molly there. And then JDM, just really no fear, as he's posted up with the Liege. Two really hard fraggers for Liquid when they're both on. So just going to keep repeaking and find a couple kills. And a nice little correction there to get JKS, and that's going to do it for the half. But NITR0 actually gets a pretty impressive half there with 18 kills. Actually, pretty amazing stuff. For some reason on the stream, James, Bardolph and DDK, oddly, they saw NITRO's scoreline with 36, and they actually thought that wasn't right, but nope, that was actually the scoreline. So they were like, oh, it's 18 per half. I don't think that's correct, but no, it's actually it. So pistol round here. NITR0 is going to be getting the utility for the team, and he's going to be just helping supplement a push towards the A bomb site. All their players are going to get shot right in the face, but just kind of a quick and I'd say new strat from Liquid there. I haven't seen that from many teams where they do a straight up A play, but it's not through slope. This is a pretty common play that Dignitas started in Epicenter, where you run through slope and throw a smoke right for door. But this round, Liquid went through long mostly and just kind of did a flash play, a flash towards here, deep flash, molly backside. and rather unique, but it doesn't prove to be effective, as it seemed to take just a little too long, and Renegades were able to just pile out a little too fast to catch them as they were catch Team Liquid as they were moving to the bomb site. So NITR0 is going to be responsible for covering A on this pistol default here. It's just kind of a standard deco. They're not going to overbuy. They have a pretty sufficient round differential right now to just cushion themselves against Renegades. Perhaps if the game were closer or if they were behind, they would have went for the force buy here. It depends on the team's philosophy for how they exercise their economy. But Liquid, with just a comfortable lead, are willing to likely take an L on the second round here after losing the pistol, and not really force anything so that they can have a really nice gun round buy into the first gun round. But NITR0 is just going to be working up with Elige. They both have deagles, and they're both going to be posting up on the same angle repeatedly. So notice how they're both holding the APC position, a very common angle for a CT to play, and now they're going to be moving forward just a little bit by little bit. And NITR0 and Elige going to be just looking for information. They're unsure of where the CTs are, but NITR0, as being the smart player that he is going to move up, and oddly, JKS not able to find the kill there. And now NITR0 is going to just be holding the connector position. Kind of found himself in a weird spot, but it ends up working out as he gets that frag on Azur. But now he's going to get baited into looking at Ustillo here, as him and Naf make a nice play. So Naf knows that NITR0 has been posted on this, but as Ustillo shoots towards the door, Naf takes advantage of that and is actually going to just peek out of the connector position. But now 1v3, Naf's not looking too confident into this, as he's gonna get some eco frag, get some frags there, but it's actually eco frags while he's losing, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, just a really good entry from NITR0, and jumping on the APC was kind of a weird decision in that moment, but it actually messed up JKS's shots when JKS was playing towards cannons enough so that he didn't, one, did die, and two, NITR0 was actually able to get a shot off, which was, I think, complemented by Zeus, as Zeus found the kill, with NITR0 assisting that. So, they now have the economic advantage in this round, and they're actually going to play it rather similarly to the way they played the last round. With NITR0 and Elige are defaulting towards A. They're just going to play passively, wait for any kind of aggression towards Renegades, or wait for the B players to find anything here, and they're going to make their way up rather slowly. Just going to keep posting up for a while. Pretty slow start, so going to line up a smoke here towards the door position. This is just a really nice smoke. So, and now going to move forward. The smoke there isn't really the biggest tell either way. Renegades should know that that's possible for Liquid to throw from a lot of places on the map, really. And what's interesting, though, in this round isn't really how he clears up or moves forward or anything. It's the decision that he makes after his whole team gets the bomb site. As soon as they get the bomb site, they realize that Renegades are probably just going to 5-man save whatever pistols they have. So now NITR0 is going to go on the hunt here with Elige, and they're going to just move as fast to T-spawn as they can, because they know that the common routes for the Renegades players is to just move to T-spawn. So him and Elige are going to take fights towards this area and try to relinquish the Renegades players of their pistols. So yeah, that's going to catch him, and Naf's just going to somehow manage to stay alive. And I don't know why Naf doesn't actually push with his team there. Kind of just hung out towards B, and I don't know. That's just, to me, that's kind of weird how Naf doesn't go with them, but maybe he thought he could get an exit there while the rest of his team looks for an exit somewhere else. But this is going to be one of the first T-side mistakes that NITR0 makes. He is going to be moving up with Elige. It's not the easiest thing to always do, but notice how NITR0 is actually peeking every angle there. He just kind of swings out. He's not jiggling anything. He's not like wide peeking either. He just kind of walks out on this angle, and that's just not exactly what you want it to be doing when you're clearing angles for your team. Unless you're really confident in your ability to fight these angles, you're going to be significantly at a disadvantage when you just kind of walk out here and then just walk peek this. This was probably the biggest mistake he could have made. You don't have to jiggle this angle because sometimes the guy will be playing a really tight spot here and the jiggle will actually leave you in their sight for longer, so wide peeking it's not a bad idea. But deciding not to jiggle this angle is definitely a mistake in my eyes, and Nitro had to pay with his life there, as Naf was just able to get a really easy shot there on him playing a really simple spot. So we're going to see Elige and Nitro move up together this time. We're going to watch as Nitro does it this time. Notice he's not really learning from the previous round. Surprisingly, I guess he just thought that the CT wouldn't play that angle twice, but this is just kind of how Nitro likes to peek angles, and you'll see other players on the team, I'd say Elige likes to jiggle everything a lot more than Nitro does, and I may show you guys that in the future, but yeah, Nitro and Elige now are going to try to do a little boost play to look for a pick, but Nifty, a little too smart for them there, as he's going to take out Elige, and that's going to pretty much put a close on the A bomb site for Liquid, as they decide that Nifty is just a little too powerful for them to get anything there. So now they're just going to be going for a really light kind of B hit here. They're just going to throw a flashbang out. It's going to be mauling the chicken coop area, and this is going to set up the team to get Ustillo, who was stuck towards chicken coop, and now they're just going to move out together, trying to peek that position together. Oddly, Azur isn't able to find the kill, and Nitro, though, just a lot of damage done by Nitro there. He was able to get the first kill, he was able to get the second kill, or another kill towards Sidewalk, and then he threw that nade, which was able to catch Azur out. I think that was kind of a poor mechanical ability from Azur to not be able to find the kill on Nitro there. But regardless, it all worked out for Nitro, and that's kind of what has to happen if you're going to win a 3v5. So, all in all, I wouldn't go to say that was the most well-played round by Nitro or his teammates, but they were just able to kind of hit their shots, and Renegades weren't. And that's sometimes all it takes to win a round or make a comeback into one. So this round, Nitro is going to be defaulting towards A by himself. We have Elige playing the GL position, and this is them just kind of switching up their spots a little bit on the default. Another very passive start to the round, and gonna just look for any kind of aggression here. Just very calm, collected. Cool, calm, collected round coming out from Team Liquid. And he's finally able to find Nifty, getting a little antsy there, and good awareness there to try to get JKS, hearing him running down. I'm pretty sure Elige would have heard him running down, less likely for Nitro to have at that point, but just going to be heading back to the B-bomb site now. They're going to be trying to clear it with the team. Nitro's just responsible for the flank here, and he's not really going to see all too much, so I'm going to just be skipping ahead for a bit, or just kind of moving ahead. He's going to clear drop by himself, then he's just going to be responsible for the flank. And notice he likes to just get aggressive in these flanks, though. He really doesn't mind moving forward rather quickly to really hunt for these pistols. He doesn't want to give Renegades anything into these rounds, and just kind of white peeks out with that flash. He's able to find the last two Renegades members, and that is going to get his score line to 37 kills. He's already just really taken it to Renegades, and now we see the characteristic Liquid 15 rounds potential collapse, but they've learned from their mistakes. They have developed, and this new team might not be as prone to choking as we are used to for the Liquid squad, and I can say I'm a fan of that. I don't really like watching teams choke that much, even if I'm not the biggest fan of them. It's kind of heartbreaking, more than it is like satisfying or funny to me. So gonna be just moving up slope this time. This is a strat they haven't run yet. It's kind of a 4-man up A thing. here, and they're just going to throw a lot of the nades on the fly. Nitro's going to be trading up as 3 of the guys went upslope. They had rather good spacing there. Nitro took the leftmost route. Some other teammates went up the middle, and another one went up the right there. And all of them just playing off of each other, just trading off of each other. They're able to get on the bomb site, but Nifty was able to secure that long position too much, and Nitro's actually able to hold this rather well. So takes the 1v1 that's being given to him at Heaven, and just gets traded out on the bomb site. Really tough position to win a clutch from, just right on the bomb site there, and with Renegades fully aware of his positioning. So Liquid are going to decide to take things a little slower this round, as they're just going to default for a bit. This time Nitro, though, is just going to be moving by himself towards this position, and kind of oddly holding his smoke out here. And this is just going to be his standard door smoke that we've seen before. This is a pretty kind of interesting lineup, I've noticed. Actually, like, I can't actually really tell exactly what he's lining up with, but I'm sure there is a video out there that shows what's going on. And he's going to be moving up with his team, though, towards water, and just going to be kind of trading out Nifty there. Nifty's able to get one on Zeus, but I think if Liquid were going to go into a 4v4, this is actually the 4 that they would be most comfortable with either picking off Nifty or Naf. So they are in a prime position to win this one. And now they're going to be going for a long split. So notice Nitro is just kind of holding this position. He's watching for any aggressive peeks. And but as he walks up, he's not able to clear every angle. And his team is just going to be moving up, unable to find anything. So quick eco round here. Just going to be moving through this one a little more quickly, as they aren't able to really find anything. He's going to be going through all the angles here, as he normally does. And his team's going to be grouping up. So, a nice flash lineup here for his team. Good angles for that. Ollie doesn't blind JKS there, but he's going to hit a nice headshot on JKS anyways. And now he's going to be tasked with a 1v4, which is going to be nearly impossible, but notice the patience that he employs on this. He's not going to look for anything too quickly. He's going to just, play the angles, look for one shot at a time, trying to isolate the angles one by one. He's not going to just run out and die or anything. Any damage is good damage in these rounds. If they're able to ever get Renegades to one guy alive or anything like that, and they're able to do that several rounds in a row, that can really bolster their probability of actually winning. So, I mean, just any damage is good damage in this situation. There's no real reason to just throw your life away, especially when you have a Deagle and full armor. Really, just look for, he should just be looking for those kills, as he does there. So, they're going to be going for a B play here. Nitro in the back, having started a A. Going to be just throwing some supplementary flashes over, running through the smoke with his teammates, and after seeing that flash come out, he starts to spam that position, and just too good of a defense there from Naf and the rest of the Renegades team. And now he's just going to get caught here. And Nifty's already on the flank right there, and is able to take him out. Again, the kill feed not showing up there, oddly. And this is just kind of a fast eco rush. I'm going to actually skip this one, as nothing was really accomplished here. So, another gun round for Liquid, though. Just going to see another attempt to try to close things out. And this is starting to look pretty difficult for Liquid. They had a lot of rounds to play with here. I think it was 15-6 at one point. And I think a lot of people actually probably even just stopped watching. But with Team Liquid, you just never know. You just never know whether or not anything's going to happen. So, we're going to look at what Nifty and his teammate are up to. They were kind of boosting over the smoke. They're getting a nice angle on the position, that stairs position, where a lot of Ts can be hanging out. But Nitro is going to be defaulting towards a slightly different area with Elige. They're both kind of on this left side. And they're just going to hold for any kind of pushes. So notice at the beginning of this, Nitro isn't really using any utility. He's not really pushing the Renegades players back at all. And this gives just a lot of information to Renegades. And it might have been one of the reasons that Liquid did have such a hard time closing this out, with Renegades actually taking as much map control as Cobble really allows. You got Ustillo towards Plat with Naf here, and NITR0 does find Nifty in this situation as he's kind of lurking here, but unable to find the kill against JKS is just all too much for Liquid to overcome in this round. But just kind of not really taking too much space away from Renegades. Just allows Renegades to play their own game a little too much, as I was saying. And even though Ustillo wasn't able to get a kill there, him supported by Naf towards the B plat it's just a lot for Liquid to try to get. And I'm gonna actually be watching Twist on this round. He nearly wins this by himself single-handedly, and I want to just show you guys how this went down. NITR0 doesn't really get all too much in this round. So Twist is going to be working drop with Zeus. They are faced with a smoke, and they have a decision to make. Do they want to push it or not? They're not going to push it. And Twist, though, ready to bait Zeus out. And Zeus has kind of been doing this for the team a lot. In any kind of entry situation, he's very willing to just run out first, and he knows his skill mechanically isn't as fine-tuned as the rest of his teammates, and he'd much rather be the first one out and die to give space to his teammates than try to be the guy in a late round situation trying to clutch and win an aim duel to maybe win the match for them. So again, shouts out to the Shang Lu CZ, one of the nicest skins in the game. But yeah, Zeus is just going to jump out. Twist down to 12 HP, but is able to find an AK here, and had a lot of decisions to make from that connector position. Could have went to A, could have went back, and actually goes all the way back to E box, and now in a 1v3. Bomb's actually towards A, and catches Naf, kind of just unsure about his positioning. Knows now where Naf is, and doesn't really, with 20 seconds left, he needs to just kind of hurry up and get to the bomb, because if he dies without, if he dies after the timer, it's just too horrible for their economy. And does get taken out in the back there, but was able to get some pretty nice kills in that round, and I just wanted to show you guys those. I think Twist kind of figured he might have been able to catch Naf out in that situation. With the bomb down towards A, it would be kind of weird for Naf to just hold his position for that long and to just stay there, knowing that Twist should be going for the bomb. So I think Twist assumed that Naf could be running at him or something. He might just say, okay, I'm going to go to the bomb. But Naf's a little too seasoned and honestly plays slow enough where that's just not going to happen to him as much. So now another gun round in a desperate attempt to close things out. Going to be throwing have a flash ready. Doesn't look like he'll actually be throwing it. Does throw the entry flash there, but he's going to be moving back to drop, and this is just going to be initiating the split between him and Zeus. Zeus, very willing to run out first, just going to be going through E-box, and he's going to be taken out trying to get through the smoke. So now NITR0 is well aware of some of the CT's positioning though, and he's going to pick his timing rather well, and finds the kill on Ustillo. Just playing around the smoke really nicely, and he's going to go now through danger. He's just changing up his spot constantly, and going to try to commit to a fight there, but JKS wising up just a little bit at the last second is not going to end up peeking him. And now NITR0 though knows that there is one on the A bomb site and there are two at B. He knows JKS was there, moving towards door. He also knows Nifty or Naf was there, opping towards Plat. And now NITR0 is just going to be moving to the bomb site. And Nifty missing the shot actually was kind of a blessing here, as even though Nifty gets taken out, it does mean that now NITR0 actually gets taken out after the timer, so he only has $1,000. But regardless of the fact, NITR0 is actually able to have some nice impact in this round, as pretty sure Zeus dropped him an AK. So we're going to be switching to a couple different players in this round, and just showing you how this kind of quick B hit is going to go down, and kind of a desperate play at the end, but it's one of the only things I guess they really haven't tried, and NITR0 is going to opt to just run through there. Actually, totally forgot that he just dies. So, he actually dropped the bomb there, which was such a huge mistake. Totally forgot about that. And that's actually going to put Liquid in a really bad position. But with some just major outskilling here, we're going to see them be able to close this out. So Elige is just going to run out the plat by himself. He's going to just be finding a couple of nice entries. And now Twist is going to supplement that push. JKS really should have killed Twist there. And the fact that he didn't is pretty much putting a nail in the coffin for Renegades, as Nifty's tasked with what should have been a 2v2, but Twist's going to find the nice one tap to finish things out. And that's going to really do it for this. So, things we can say about NITR0 for this game is that his CT side with Zeus was actually really nice. Their setups weren't like game-breaking. I think Fallen and just SK have more interesting setups there, but NITR0 was just able to hit a lot of the shots and that were presented to him. And the fact that he picks up the op and the rifle adds just some dynamic play to his whole just A holds. On T side, he kind of had pretty standard impact on a lot of rounds, but would just consistently be able to find kills. A lot of that was supplemented by Zeus's ability to just, not really ability, but willingness to run out first and just kind of die for the team, die for the cause, and NITR0 was frequently able to trade off of it. It's not that actually the Liquid members are baiting exactly, but it's just how things are run. It actually was a lot more clear cut when watching this, who is the entry, who is the secondary, who's the tertiary, and when they're hitting bomb sites, Zeus is always going to be running out first for NITR0. And it looked like Elige was frequently trying to make the space for Twist in a lot of these plays. So we really got to see in this game how Liquid are kind of handling their T sides in this E-League major qualifier. And that's gonna be it though for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I'm still trying to experiment with just kind of switching between players, and that kind of takes my mind off other things. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes for now. Leave feedback though. Really always appreciate it. If you guys just want me to stick on NITR0 and maybe do a slightly better analysis for him, or keep showing people, I'd like to know what you guys think. Really, got some positive feedback for the last time I did this with Vegas Squadron, and I just want to know what you guys really think, because I don't mind taking criticism about these things. So and these are all like kind of a work in progress. So. Be sure, though, if you're interested again in voting on who I'm actually going to be covering, be sure to tune in after the matches for the major qualifier are done tomorrow. And I'm going to be listing a couple players again, and I want you guys to vote in the couple hours that I leave the poll up who you guys want me to do. So follow me on Twitter. Also, if you're not subscribed to YouTube, hit that gosh darn MF and subscribe button. But thanks, guys. So peace out. Catch you guys tomorrow.